Imagine the beginning of a video where the camera slowly moves through a quiet studio, sunlight gently entering through a window and touching a perfectly blank canvas standing on an easel. At first, the scene is calm and simple, almost silent, but that silence carries a powerful message. The canvas is empty, yet it is full of possibility. It is waiting for color, for movement, for imagination. The voice in the video softly invites viewers to think about how every masterpiece ever created started in exactly this same way, with nothing but a blank surface and a creative idea waiting to appear. Creative abstract art begins in this mysterious and exciting moment before the first brushstroke touches the canvas. It begins with curiosity rather than certainty. The artist may not know exactly what the final painting will look like, but they feel an energy inside, a desire to explore colors, shapes, and emotions without strict rules. This freedom is the heart of abstract art. Instead of copying the world exactly as it appears, abstract art expresses feelings, ideas, and imagination through color, texture, and movement. As the artist approaches the canvas, viewers watching the video feel a sense of anticipation. The brush is dipped into paint, perhaps a bright and vibrant color that immediately captures attention. When the first stroke lands on the blank canvas, something magical happens. The emptiness begins to transform. A bold line stretches across the surface, introducing motion and energy. The canvas is no longer silent. It has started to speak through color. Another brushstroke follows, then another, each one adding new layers of expression. In creative abstract art, these early marks are not meant to be perfect or controlled. They are spontaneous and expressive, allowing the artist's emotions to flow freely onto the surface. The camera zooms in closely as the paint spreads across the canvas, revealing rich textures and subtle variations in color. Sometimes the artist uses quick, energetic movements that create dramatic lines and shapes. Other times the brush moves slowly, blending colors together into soft transitions that feel calm and harmonious. The process itself becomes a visual story, one that viewers can follow step by step. At first, the painting may appear chaotic, with colors and shapes scattered in unpredictable ways. But this stage is an important part of turning a blank canvas into a masterpiece. Creativity often begins in uncertainty before gradually finding balance and harmony. Abstract art invites experimentation, and the artist begins exploring different techniques to bring the canvas to life. A palette knife may replace the brush, spreading thick layers of paint that create bold textures across the surface. Paint might be layered again and again, forming depth and complexity that cannot be achieved with a single stroke. Sometimes the artist allows paint to drip naturally down the canvas, creating organic lines that add energy and spontaneity to the composition. These unexpected moments often become the most exciting parts of the painting, because they reveal how creativity can grow beyond the artist's original plan. Color plays one of the most powerful roles in creative abstract art because colors carry emotion. Bright tones such as yellow, orange, and red often bring energy, warmth, and excitement to a painting. Cooler colors like blue, green, and purple create calmness, mystery, and depth. When these colors interact on the canvas, they form visual relationships that guide the viewer's eye across the artwork. A vibrant splash of color may become the focal point of the composition, while softer tones surrounding it provide balance and contrast. The artist carefully observes how these colors interact, adjusting the composition to create harmony and movement. For viewers watching this creative journey on a YouTube channel, the process becomes both inspiring and relaxing. The slow development of the painting invites them to observe details they might normally overlook. They see how colors blend, how textures form, and how shapes gradually emerge from layers of paint. In this way, the video becomes more than just a demonstration of artistic technique. It becomes a meditation on creativity itself. The narrator might explain that abstract art teaches us to trust the process rather than focusing only on the final result. Each stage of the painting has its own beauty and purpose. As the artwork continues to evolve, shapes and patterns begin to appear within the layers of color. Some shapes may be bold and geometric, bringing structure and balance to the composition. Others may be soft and organic, flowing across the canvas like waves or clouds. These shapes help guide the viewer's eye through the painting, creating a sense of movement and rhythm. The artist steps back from time to time to observe the canvas from a distance, considering what the painting needs next. This moment of reflection allows the artist to see the composition as a whole and make thoughtful adjustments. One of the most inspiring messages that can be shared in this video is the idea that creativity does not require perfection. Many people believe they are not creative because they cannot draw realistic portraits or detailed landscapes. Abstract art challenges this belief by showing that creativity is about exploration rather than imitation. Anyone can experiment with colors, shapes, and textures to create something unique. The beauty of abstract art lies in its openness. There is no single correct way to create it, and every painting becomes a personal expression of the artist's imagination. As the layers of paint continue to build, the painting begins to reveal its personality. Areas of bright color may feel energetic and dynamic, while darker tones add depth and contrast. Lines intersect and overlap, creating patterns that lead the viewer's eye across the canvas. The composition slowly becomes more balanced, with each element contributing to the overall harmony of the artwork. What once looked like random marks now forms a cohesive visual story. Throughout this process, the narration encourages viewers to reflect on their own creativity. The voice might gently remind them that every creative journey begins with a simple decision to start. The blank canvas represents possibility, but it only becomes meaningful when someone has the courage to make the first mark. In the same way, ideas in life often remain invisible until we take action to explore them. Abstract art becomes a metaphor for creativity in general. It shows that progress comes through experimentation, patience, and the willingness to embrace uncertainty. Eventually, the painting reaches a stage where the composition feels complete. The colors are balanced, the shapes interact harmoniously, and the textures add depth and interest. The artist adds a few final touches, perhaps a delicate highlight that brings attention to a particular area, or a subtle line that connects different parts of the composition. These finishing details help unify the artwork and give it a sense of completeness. The camera slowly moves back to reveal the entire painting on the canvas. The transformation is remarkable. What began as a blank white surface has become a vibrant, abstract masterpiece filled with color, movement, and emotion. The layers of paint reflect the journey that created them, capturing every moment of experimentation and discovery. The narrator reflects on this transformation, reminding viewers that the beauty of abstract art lies not only in the finished painting, but also in the creative process that brought it to life. In the final moments of the video, the completed painting is displayed on a wall, where it becomes a centerpiece of the room. Light gently reflects off the textured surface, highlighting the depth and richness of the colors. The artwork now has a presence that transforms the surrounding space. What was once an empty wall now holds a visual story, a reflection of imagination and creativity. The narrator shares a final thought that leaves viewers feeling inspired. Turning a blank canvas into a masterpiece is not simply about painting. It is about believing in the power of creativity. It is about trusting the process, embracing experimentation, and allowing imagination to guide the journey. Every brushstroke represents a moment of courage, a decision to create something new. As the video fades to its closing scene, viewers may begin to look at blank spaces differently. An empty canvas, a quiet moment, or a new idea can all become the beginning of something extraordinary. Creative abstract art reminds us that beauty often emerges from the freedom to explore and the courage to begin. And once that first brushstroke is made, the blank canvas is no longer empty. It becomes a world of endless creative possibilities waiting to be discovered.